Hello and welcome to Be Divine Vintage. I'm starting right in the thick of things here with trimming my papers. Normally I would show you the finished product, but not today. I'm doing things slightly different. I'm doing another voiceover, as you can hear. And I'm using papers, graphics from the Paper Cameo, and some very old, probably over 100-year-old French paper that I bought in a brocante in the south of France, southwest of France. So I'm using dry glue there just to stick my papers on, and these papers are approximately, when they're folded, they'd be A5 size. I'm just using a dry glue there, just a Pritt. I got this idea from a recording I recently saw from GI Care, and I thought, what a great idea. And it looks so simple to actually do, and it looks so effective as well. And it's literally sort of laying papers upon papers. There's a little bit of working out needed as to what paper goes where, because you putting papers half across your main body of your file folder and then topping that with the single sheet of paper, not the folded double sheet, as you'll see as we progress into the journal. And you literally, by layering up your papers, you get quite a substantial base for your papers, for your folder. The paper from Paper Cameo that I'm using from the Isabel collection is the front page of my journal, Isabel 2, and I've printed it onto tissue paper, so it is quite flimsy, and that's why I wanted to put something substantial behind that first page. And when I saw this folder that GI Care had made, I thought, that's fantastic, and it'll go perfectly behind. So yeah, the Paper Cameo, there's Isabel and Isabel 2, and I printed off both sets of papers onto tissue paper, vintage papers, hand-dyed papers, etc. And I'm using a mix from both packs within each journal. So Isabel isn't technically Isabel 1 papers, and Isabel 2 isn't Isabel 2 papers. They're a mix. And there you can see some of the papers from the little pack that I got in France. So it was quite a big pack I got in France. I'm running out now. I'm running to the end of my papers. So yeah, it takes a little bit of working out and backwards and forwards in. You can see as I'm going along here, working it out. I think I used, so on the external layers, I think it's 3 layers of paper altogether, but I didn't want you to watch me filming all 3 layers, because it is can get quite tedious and monotonous. So that's what the little file folder looks like closed. I'm just putting some more glue on there because I keep checking that what things look like. There we go, there it is. I think it looks really pretty. There's the back part of the signature. So just pulling it in a little bit there so I've got room for stitching. When I stitch the signature into the journal there, you can see I've stitched around my papers, and I've stitched down each side of the front of that journal, and there are my 2 pockets. So I am going to decorate that front sheet, but not yet. I'll decorate that front sheet as I get more into the journal and get more of a feel for it. So again, these are the Paper Cameos. I think this is the labels pack. And there's labels sort of for if you were doing a journal about flora and fauna, etc. or making magic potions. But they are written in French, most of them, so I thought these would go perfect within this journal, because I'm trying to keep as much French as I can within there. Now again, I printed on tissue paper It seems to be my latest go-to choice of paper to print on at the moment. So I'm just going to put some dry glue on there. I have a little, there it is, my little glue pad. And I'm going to put the butterfly papillon on there. And then my other two. These are, I think they're like 4 postcards. Little 4 French postcards. So they just go on there. And then I'm going to cut them out. Rounded the corners. And I'm inking them there using, I think it's espresso it is. Espresso. Those are some of my ephemera that I'm going to use. I've stitched around, as you can see, I've stitched around those. And I'm just using some glue, Fabri-Tac, because that's good strong glue, to make some pockets on the, some additional pockets on the inside. So there's one there. I'm going to put one on the other side and one in the middle. I didn't have a lot of craft time today because I was coming over to that pretty papers. I've glued that one in the middle as well. I was coming over to my daughter's. That's a chocolate advertising card, chocolat. I was coming over to my daughter's to help out with the baby this evening while our hubbies are at football. So I just had enough time to do the inside of the little pack there, the folder. This is some faux French letter that I got on Etsy. I just wanted to have a look at it and I was delighted with it. I actually thought it was original French. I hadn't read it properly, but it's faux French. There's the pockets at the side there that I can, to put things into. Yeah, so, I thought it was real French ephemera, but when it came, it was faux, and it was me that had read wrong. But it's amazing for ephemera. Really, really well made. I know I like making faux ephemera myself, but this was super duper. I know it takes a lot to impress me with faux ephemera. So I was impressed there. So this is some hand-dyed sari silk in buttermilk that I dyed myself. It's available on my shop. Or it might be butter, that actually, Devonshire butter. So I think that looks really nice, and that's where it will fit within the signature. And that goes inside this little like stationery letter writing wallet, antique one, that the journal will go into.